Pile 3, this is your card. There is a message on the other side of this card. I did shuffle for all of these that you choose from. We're looking at May 2025 messages. What is it that Spirit needs you to know for the month ahead? What to kind of prepare for is the feeling here. Let's see, May 2025, pile number 1 viewers. What is your message? Okay, we have, hold on. New love. Okay, so you might make new connections. You might find love. You might renew existing love in the month ahead. You might fall in love with something. Could be a person, a place, a pet, a thing, right? So let's see. Partnerships and alignment is also what this feels like. I'm also hearing the vibe, something expanding within you is a feeling here. So something might open up your heart chakra this month and expand you in ways that maybe you've never experienced before. So let's see. Also the feeling of seeing the world through a new lens, with a new set of eyes, but it's almost like you're seeing from your heart space rather than your physical eyes, if that makes sense. All right, so I'll leave that over here in case I need it for something. And I'm also going to use a Legendary Ladies card. This is a goddess deck. Let's see what the message is here for May 2025. So expect to connect with people, places, and things in a new way is the feeling. Okay, in a new way. Let's take a look. Compassion, okay, and then we have new love. And we have energy of reinvention. So Ishel, I believe that's how you say that. This is telling me that there's something new altogether, okay? Because when we have energy of reinvention, this is telling us that you are being renewed, restored, revived in a new way. Obviously, there's something about you that is shifting and transforming, and it's helping you to approach life and love and people, places, and things, again, through a different lens, through a different perspective. Now, the compassion energy is telling me that you are having more compassion for self in the month ahead, maybe showing yourself a little bit more grace than you usually do. And that's super important because you're being kinder to yourself. Therefore, you're being kinder to maybe the world around you. But it's because, again, you're looking at life and love through a different lens. So this is a Mayan goddess here, okay? And we have the snake energy, which is serpent energy, which is also transformative in that way. It also helps to transmute. It's medicine, it's healing, right? And it's basically you reinventing yourself, or something about you has shifted and changed in a way that you're not looking at life the same way in the month of May. Something is significantly changing for you. Not only is it helping you to look at life through a different lens, or a different set of eyes, but it's changing you from the inside out is what it feels like as well. So if you're feeling called to make a change or do something different or switch something up in your journey in the month of May, please honor that feeling. I would say even flow with it, go with it, because what it's doing is setting you up for a blessing, okay? Her energy is bringing in a blessing as a result of the changes that you're making or the way that your heart is prompting you to do something different. So I would say go with that. Allow that to be your guide. It is definitely a blessed and I would say fortuitous or abundant time for you to make a change in a positive direction. So your heart is shifting. Not only your mindset is shifting, the way you look at life is shifting in the month of May, and it's going to prompt you to do something maybe that you've never done before. But in the doing so, right, you're basically trusting yourself, following your heart, letting it be your guide. And as a result of that, you encounter new people, places, and things that I would say match your energy or align with the frequency you hold now. Because the feeling with the Ishel, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm trying to like this. The feeling is with the Ishel card, right? You're different. So something has changed recently and you're not the same person you were even a month ago. So it's like, how can you not start attracting or moving in the direction of things that match this new energy? I hope that makes sense. So I like this for you. I would say have a little grace for yourself, or show yourself a little grace and compassion along the way, because you are undergoing a change. So don't be too hard on yourself. Trust your instincts in the month ahead. Follow your heart this month. I know that sounds cliche, but your outside world is looking to align with the changes you've made internally. And don't be surprised if you meet new people, you find yourself in new places, you encounter new things that you love. The reason why these things are able to, again, with the arrows, find their way to you now is because you underwent a transformation or a metamorphosis. You went through your healing. Again, snake energy is medicine. You went through your healing, and you're ready to receive this now, is the feeling. Okay. I don't know if some of you are maybe, I'm getting the vibe of maybe finding a new job, possibly. Maybe following your heart, maybe when it comes to your soul path or purpose. That way you're doing something outside of the box is also what her energy is giving me. Yeah, trust yourself this month, because it's going to lead to something great. And it feels like it's going to lead to a new love, whether that's romantic, career-wise, whether that's a new creative path or purpose. It's going to lead to new places that you love, new situations that you'll love, and have compassion for yourself along the way. Yeah, see, look, Queen of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Queen of Wands is definitely energy of passion and purpose and following through with your creativity, stepping into your power and taking your power back even. The dragon energy is symbolic of personal power. And we got the little hummingbird there as well, which is pretty cool. And that's energy of balance in a way where it's like you follow your bliss, you travel, you're going places, yes, but in the midst of this travel or this journey that you're on to reinvention or aligning with the things that resonate more with your new frequency, you have to take moments to rest, okay? And I also think that ties into the compassion card, all right? Movement, moments of movement, moments of rest. Know when to rest, know when it's okay to allow yourself that grace, that space. Don't neglect it also in the month of May, because you might, I feel like the energy is, you know, with the hummingbird, they're always moving really fast. So it's like, allow yourself that, because you might need it. You might find yourself super busy, and it's okay to put yourself first. Self-care is not selfish. Okay. And when you're a busy bee, like this energy here, and you're making shit happen, right? Because she follows her inspiration. She's confident. She's courage. She's a go-getter. It's like when you take the bull by the horn, so to speak, it takes a lot of your energy. But at the same time, you got to make sure that you're doing what you have to do to make sure you don't have burnout. Okay, is the feeling here. Because there's a lot of energy involved in this change or this reinvention that you're experiencing somewhere in your life, in some area of your life. It takes a lot out of you to make that happen. So again, show yourself some grace this month. Give yourself the care. Yeah, you're doing something totally different and new with this Page of Pentacles. You might be going back to school. You might be learning something new altogether. You're also, with this energy, stepping into a new journey, investing in yourself, or taking the first steps to invest in yourself, maybe to reinvent yourself in a new way. I also feel like you're changing directions. You're pivoting in some way in the month ahead. But I also feel like this pivot, this change, this reinvention is leading you to to something that's aligned with the core of who you are, because you've done something different within, and now the world has to reflect it to you. And this is saying that you're stepping into this new energy, willing to learn. Okay, and this is the energy of discovery and a little bit of adventure. You have a map here. So again, I don't know if you're traveling somewhere new, you're going places literally and figuratively with the hummingbird and then the map. So he's on a journey, and this is the first step in the direction of that new invention of self, or this newly invented version of you. I think this is feeling like it's been a long time coming. So expect opportunities to present themselves, and then you having to take action in the direction of them with these two cards. Okay. But if you take action on it and you step forward with confidence and courage and the willingness to explore the possibilities, the feeling is here, you will be rewarded. Okay. Oh yeah, another page. Look at that. So definitely creative energy for sure. The beautiful thing about what this feels like is you're following your inspiration. You're following those nudges with this wand energy. The way that you're being inspired is requiring you to take action upon those inspirations, right? But it's going to lead to new love, right? New things that are based in stability and tangibility, especially with the Pentacles energy here. You definitely could meet new people. This is also, this feeling is helping you to tap into your inner child as well with these two pages. And that feels like the fuel of the Queen of Wands, okay? Also, when I was getting the vibe of like a pet, right? Then you have these two children here in the deck. I wonder if some of you could be getting a baby or a pet, right? You could be pregnant. That's what this is giving me. Or you could end up adopting a new pet in some way, right? Besides that, there's this feeling of tapping into your inner child, because that is the source of all your strength and imagination and creativity. The feeling is here, your inner child knows what it wants. Your inner child uses your heart to speak through. So this is saying, if you feel inspired in some way in the month ahead, it's really your inner child trying to come to the surface, to be the source of inspiration and imagination to help fuel you in this new direction. And not only is it going to reinvent you, but it's also going to align you with maybe dreams that you've held, with people, places, and things that are a match to you, a frequency match to you. And it's going to reinvent you in new ways. So be open to the possibilities. Keep your heart open and receptive to explore these new avenues, these new ways of pivoting your energy, because what it's really doing is helping you to come into alignment with the version of you you've always been, deep, deep down in your deepest core. Okay. And this is beautiful. This is you coming to alignment with the truest version of you, yourself, your self-expression. So if you're feeling creative, if you're coming up with brand new ideas in the month of May, follow through with them. Don't hesitate. Queen of Wands wouldn't. What it's going to do is open doors of opportunity to you in ways you've never explored, but they're all in alignment with who you are, at the core of who you are. Okay. So we have the beautiful energy of the canary. It says, look at that, step forward now and sing your song. There's power in finding your voice. Yeah, so I feel like you're coming into the truth of who you are, what you've always wanted for yourself, the essence of who you are, your greatest self-expression. These things are opening you up to that, for you to receive yourself in all your fullness. Okay, because sometimes we have blockages, we have things that get in the way of us accessing what we're here for, what we're meant to be, who we're meant to become. You've been undergoing a change. You've probably had to learn to have compassion for self, or show yourself a little grace as you undergo these healing frequencies to get to this version of you that now in the month of May you're stepping into. But just again, know that you're stepping into your truest self. The world is going to see you for who you really are. You found your power with the Queen of Wands. Canary is also saying that, right? Step forward now and sing your song, right? There is power in finding your voice. Queen of Wands definitely has found her voice. And it's like now you're ready to embrace everything that matches you, because you did the healing with the snake energy. You shed the old facets of self, the old skin. That no longer applies to you. Those stories no longer apply to you. And you're here ready to receive with this new energy of these pages, because pages are brand new energy. You're ready to receive these new things and to explore the possibilities of what can be. And now with the arrow energy of the Cupid, it's like these things can come at you now. They can come towards you now because you did the work and you're ready to receive. Your heart is open like that of a child. Your imagination is blooming and blossoming in ways where there is no limitation. Anything is possible. Children have that energy about them. They're not jaded with the problems of the world. Well, oftentimes if they're fortunate enough, they won't be, but most oftentimes they're not. And they don't believe really in limitation. That's why, you know, they can imagine themselves to be and do anything that they want to be and do, because there's nothing in their mind that tells them that it's not possible or that they can't. So this is you kind of like taking on that energy and charging forward with it in a really positive way, which now makes you a magnet, it feels like, with the Queen of Wands, to have these things come towards you now. Okay. Oh, okay. So what do we have here? We have perseverance, tierra or terra, right? And fear. Okay, so this is basically telling me you did the work to get rid of a lot of your fears, or to alchemize them with this healing energy of reinvention. I feel that this is also saying that you're stepping out into new territory with this Page of Pentacles, this Page of Cups. You're fired up to do it with the Queen of Wands, and you're releasing fear, right? Stabilizing your energy. Also, your nervous system is feeling what this is feeling like. You've persevered, or you're in the process of persevering to achieve goals, to tackle opportunity and reach out and grab it in the moment, is what this is feeling like. This is also saying you're in flow, you're stable and you're in flow. You've released fears. You're willing to pivot, because rabbits do that. They pivot. That's part of their energy. So you're pivoting, you're reinventing yourself, you're doing something different, you're taking a chance, I feel. You're stepping forward into new things with these pages and willing to explore what these things can do. You have the stamina of the salmon to achieve your goals. They swim upstream oftentimes, right? What is it? Against the current, to attain their goals. But they always come out successful. So this is saying follow your inner voice, your inner calling. Step forward now into this new territory, because you're ready. You've found your voice. You've listened to that inner voice as well. You've found your power. You're willing to take the bull by the horns and step forward with inspired action in the direction of these things, releasing fears. Maybe even for some of you pivoting and taking a risk to do so. But it looks like it's the right thing to do, because as a result of doing so, you open yourself up to so much more. Fish is also a symbol of abundance. So I feel that with the new love card, this is an abundant new beginning. You just have to keep your heart open like a child. Be willing and receptive to explore. Not hesitate when opportunity comes knocking, it feels like. Don't allow fear to be your compass in this new month. That's why it says step forward, right? Let your heart sing, right, is what this is giving me. I know that sounds cheesy, but oh yeah, look at that journey. Focus on how far you've come, not how far you have to go. You will find help in unexpected places. So yeah, I was already getting the vibe that you're on a new journey over here, and then you have this card to confirm it. So this is new territory for you in the month of May. Be willing to explore it with an open mind and heart. This is going to help you pivot in new directions, but the pivot is meant to reinvent you and align you with what is meant for you, okay, with what your heart actually wants. So go with the flow, allow the desire for something new to fuel you, your imagination to fuel you, listen to your inner child. That is going to be, I guess, the guide, it feels like, you know. Your inner child has, the feeling is your inner child has the answers. Sometimes we ignore the inner child, though. Why? Because everyday obligations, we forget to nurture that side of ourselves because, you know, we still got to pay bills. And really what we want to do is have fun, but we don't allow ourselves to have fun all the time because obligations and adulting comes into play. But this is saying in the month of May, maybe indulge your inner child a little bit more, because what it's going to do is lead you to something great. Okay, it's going to lead you to something that you've been wanting. It's going to lead you to new things, new people, new insights, new ways of looking at life and love. It might lead you also to new places. You never know. Okay, new creative ideas as well. Let's see what your angel number is for this reading. If you're not familiar with my readings, oh, look at that. Hold on. That's a 6. If you're not familiar with my readings, I do roll the dice to get further confirmation. The dice numbers can confirm what is already said in the reading by looking up the message that the angel number provides. It could also give you a message you need personally in the moment. I don't recommend a source because it could be one you don't like. I never want to imply that one source over another is better. There's many on the internet. Find one that speaks to your heart. Let that be your guide. Also, if you can, please refrain from putting number interpretations in the comment section. For the same reason, we want to give everybody a chance to find those numbers for themselves and the magic that comes with it. So let's see. All right, so we have 6, 10. And I usually don't roll a third if we're getting 3 digits, but I'm going to do it this time. We'll see. All right. So that's giving me 611. Okay, I know it's 610, 1. So basically, if you eliminate the 0, it's 611. Okay. Although the 0 is significant as well because it's the 0 point, right? The beginning of creation or the creation of something. So I would look up 610. I would look up 611 as well. Go ahead and see what that number brings to you. I hope that this reading has helped you for the month ahead. Much love to you wherever you are. Be well, be safe, take care, and always keep shining. Pile number 2, you chose this feather card. There is a message on the back of it. I'll be sure to incorporate it into the reading as I get more cards on the table. We're looking at messages for the month of May 2025. Let's see what is in store for you, what to know, what to prepare for the month ahead, May 2025. Those of you choosing this feather for your reading. Let's see, pile number 2, what is your message? Oh, wow. Okay, so we have the energy of trust, divine timing. Okay, you're being pointed or you're being moved in a new direction over here with this card in the month of May. Trust the timing of what is happening for you because nothing is by chance is the feeling that these cards are giving me. This is also saying to me that there's other things at work and at play right now. In spaces that you can't really see. This is annoyingly saying, trust the process, right? And that's hard to hear sometimes when we're like desperate for something to give or to change, right? And that's why I say annoyingly, it's saying trust the process. Because I feel like some of you watching this be like, I'm tired of waiting. Divine timing's BS, right? You're probably tired of hearing that. I know I get tired of hearing that sometimes too. So let's see. Oh, okay. So we have the energy of choice. And because, let's see here. Hold on. I'm trying to organize all this. I'm also going to grab a goddess deck for you in addition to the tarot. So you might be approaching a choice up ahead. The feeling is here, though, this choice is, because if you look at the arrow, it's pointing to the choice card, right? So it's giving me the vibe that this choice or option or pivot or crossroads that you might find yourself at pretty soon is coming up at an appropriate time, or a time that it's meant to. It's not a coincidence. That's kind of what this is feeling. If you're presented with something soon that's going to put you in the position of making a choice, that is not a coincidence at all. Okay, that choice was presented to you. Oof, no way. I love her energy. Okay, that choice was presented to you for a very good reason. And I know her energy very well because I've worked with her energy. A lot of times she comes to people who have had experiences in deep water, not just spiritually, subconsciously, right? But who have physically had water experiences, right? If you ever came close to drowning, or had an accident near water, this is why I'm saying I understand her energy very well, because I did as a kid. If you've ever cut your fingers as well, right? Especially around the knuckles. I also have had that experience. That also represents her energy. And she works with shamans as well. Okay. So anyway, this is wild that she's come up, because her energy has been very heavy for me personally in the last 2 weeks. So what was I saying? That really threw me off. You're going to be presented with a choice in the month of May, and this is a pivot in your path, but it's for all the right reasons. Okay? It's not a coincidence. This is divine timing at work, or I don't really want to say divine timing, because sometimes I do think divine timing is bullshit. It's more or less divine orchestration at work, okay? And what this divine orchestration is helping you to do is to cleanse away the old that's no longer working for you, and to help redirect your path to what will. Okay. Sedna's energy is considered a psychopomp energy, right? Sometimes associated to the dark feminine. She is the deep explorer, okay, of the hidden depths within ourselves, figuratively, spiritually. And if, like me, you've ever had a water incident where you've sunk into deep water, and had to fight, right, to get your way to the top, she might be calling to you, okay? She might be here or showing up in this reading because she's calling to you, but she's also asking you to explore the deeps, or the deep and the depths of yourself, right? To make the choice that's going to honor you. Because in making the choice that's honoring you, you're helping to release that which is not working anymore. It is a purification that's taking place, but it's to empower you. Okay. It's to empower you. Yeah, it's basically you searching the depths of yourself to make the choice. But in the doing so, you will be guided by that inner truth towards what is best for you. Okay. I'm also saying to you, if you're kind of understanding this energy, that you connect more to water. Okay. For some of you, you might make the choice to move near water, or you might start even working magic with water, right? Speaking to your water, connecting to water, because it is a consciousness, it is a source. We can program our water. Do you see where I'm going with this? She is the mother of the deep ocean. She's the mother of the sea, Okay. And whatever is being cleansed out of your life, it is being removed from your life to step you up into your greatest power, where your pain, your betrayals, your disappointments, you know, all the things that you suffered end up being used as a alchemical, okay, form of empowerment is what this is giving me with her energy. Because if you know her story, okay, she's also rebirth energy, but if you know her story, you know what happened to her, where she was born out of despair, betrayal by those that she loved, trickery, okay? She was betrayed by those she loved most. And she suffered the consequences of that betrayal. But it is through that pain, through that suffering, that she was reborn from the depths of the water that she sunk into. And she rose out of that a goddess, okay? The mother of the sea, the mother of the ocean and all its sea creatures. So she was reborn. She was a normal girl, okay? Maybe I should just tell you the story, because she was a normal girl. It's funny because I just told this story earlier to my own daughter. She was a normal girl. She lived in a village, Inuit village, and she was coming of age to where she was set to be married. There were other, I guess there was people in the village, or boys in the village that had interest in her, and her family was presenting her different suitors from her tribe, from neighboring tribes, and each time she was presented with a suitor, she said, no, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. Well, it got to a point where her parents eventually said to her, girl, you got to get married. Like, you're of that age. You know, you can't keep rejecting everybody that comes your way. Until one day, a different person came around, somebody she's never seen before. I guess you could call them a foreigner. This person was different. They came around and they were looking to court her. This person made themselves out to be a great catch, told the father, oh, well, you know, I will hunt for her. I will provide for her. You don't have to worry, that kind of thing. And, you know, if you live in the Arctic, the only way that you can survive there is if you do hunt the sea animals. That is your only source of food. It's too cold over there to grow anything in the ground. So you're kind of relying on the ocean to provide. So he made all these promises. She accepted. She married this foreigner. He took her to live where he did. Ended up being an island, right? A lonely island, so to speak, really far away from her family and kind of everything that she knew. But she was a little apprehensive, but she, you know, she was like, okay, well, this is my husband. I got to go where he goes. So a couple weeks go by. She notices that this person, this man, is not a good hunter. Basically, he lied. Not a good hunter. He can't even bring home a decent catch. And she's here wondering, well, what is going on? She ends up, you know, going out and looking for food or whatnot in his place. So that was the first disappointment. A couple more weeks go by. She realizes that this person not only does not hunt, but he's also a shapeshifter, or possibly a trickster god. We don't really know. But he ends up shape-shifting into a bird, and she catches it. She catches him doing this. So she basically, you know, calls him out, and is not really happy with her situation. Months go by, and her father realizes, oh, well, you know what? My daughter hasn't come by to visit me. Maybe I should go check on her, right? Because it's been a while. So father gets into his kayak and he goes to visit his daughter. And while his daughter, you know, has a moment in private with him, she says, Dad, this guy don't know how to hunt. He's not an actual man. He's a bird man. He's not, you know, doing what he needs to do to take care of me. This is all very strange. I want to go home. His father agrees. He says, come on, Sedna, let's go. And when the Birdman isn't around or not looking, takes Sedna into the kayak and hops into the kayak to travel in the direction of home. Obviously, they're in the middle of the ocean, trying to reach, you know, the other side. where they originally lived. And when the Birdman realizes that Sedna's missing, he ends up stirring up the oceans. And it's getting really like stormy, heavy. The water starts trying to tip the kayak, and the bird is threatening Dad and Sedna in the kayak with their very lives at this point. He's basically saying, release my wife, release my wife. Sedna's dad is saying no, and he's fighting, and he's still paddling. Everybody's paddling, and they're trying to reach shore. Eventually gets to the point where the waters are too rough, and at any minute, they're going to lose both their lives. So what happens is Sedna's father releases Sedna into the ocean. And she's like, Dad, what are you doing? What are you doing? You can't do this to me. And he says, Sedna, if you don't go back to your husband, you're going to kill us both. She held on for dear life to that kayak. She did not want to go back with that Birdman. And she held on to the boat for dear life. Well, Dad keeps telling her to let go. She won't do it. So he pulls out his little cutting tool, his knife, and her hands are gripped on the edge of the boat. And he ends up cutting her fingers away on one hand where the knuckle is. So that would be like right here. Okay. And he cuts off the fingers of her one hand. Her one hand lets go. And then he proceeds to cut the others off on the other hand. And then she eventually can't hold on anymore. So she lets go. And she ends up drowning. The ocean takes her. And she sinks deep into the waters. Well, the story of the legend is that from her fingers, all the sea creatures were born. And that because she sunk and rose, or turned into a goddess from that experience, that betrayal from both those people, through her pain, through her suffering, right? She is the most powerful. She represents the underworld, the deep, the dark, right? The deep of the ocean and the dark of the ocean and its waters. So she rose more powerful. She became a goddess in that sense. So my point is, sometimes the depths of who we are, the pains, the suffering, can be transmuted into something more beautiful. So what this is saying is, you're being moved to make a choice that's going to honor the true version of you. Sedna was always powerful, but unfortunately it took these experiences to wake her up to it. So whatever's being released from your life at this time in the month of May is actually the vehicle by which you will be empowered. Sedna stepped into her fullness. She was initiated. Okay, she's also an energy of abundance, because without her, the people of the Arctic will not eat, right? So she provides blessings as well, through the transmutation and the cleansing of what needs to be released in order to step into power. So the feeling is here, this choice, trust what's happening for you, because it is divine orchestration. It's setting you up for something else. It's setting you up for something better. It's helping you to step into your power. And I know that's a lot to take in with her story, okay? But I almost feel like pile 2, this is not just for anybody. Pile 2, you might be a water sign also. You also might have a very, very deep connection with water or places surrounding water. Or like I said, have had experiences that kind of mirror her energy. This is the dark, right? Before you surface and access the light. That's her energy as well. Experiences, like I said, that might mirror her energy might be having had water accidents, right? Accidents. Like me, I had a water accident when I was a kid. But I've also cut myself, like I almost chopped this finger off here when I was a kid as well. And I still have the scar and the indentation. So I'm just using that as an example because sometimes we don't realize that we're being initiated to work with certain goddesses until these things kind of um, show themselves as synchronicities. Okay. So I that's a lot to take in, I know. And I hope I didn't sound like I was rambling trying to explain her energy, but she's a very complex one, okay? Oh, yeah. See, look at that. The sun. Uh-huh. Yeah. Divine orchestration. Like I said, from dark to light. Okay. When she accessed the deep and then transformed, right? She became powerful through those experiences. We can alchemize or transmute pain into power. That's what she did. I love her energy for that, right? And just something to throw out there. If you feel connection to this story, you can honor her by, if you have the hair to braid your hair. Why? Because since she lost her finger, she can't. So that's one of the ways the shamans connect with her or appease her, is by kind of through spirit braiding her hair as a way to show her love, right? Which is funny because I don't know if you can see this, my hair is braided right now. Four of Cups. Okay. Four of Cups with the choice card is telling me that you don't see how this choice is going to affect you or what it will lead to. There is this feeling of an opportunity knocking at your door. You're caught up in your everyday stuff, your emotions, your life. You don't see that there's an Ace of Cups, a new beginning. You don't see that there's something else trying to come in or knock at your door or open the door for you or to you. Maybe you don't see what the choice is going to lead to. The thing is that the feeling is this is not what you expect, or it's not anything that you anticipate. I feel like you don't see this blessing coming. The blessing of the choice or the result of the choice is going to be a blessing, but you don't see that in the moment of making the choice. All maybe you could focus on is, shit, did I do the right thing? Or what should I do now or next? Not realizing that your choice was leading you to something better. That's the feeling of hindsight as well. Yeah, see, you just have to trust your intuition. Trust your heart to make the right choice. Try not to focus on what the choice will lead to. Just looking at these cards, I can say that it's leading you to success. It's leading you to happier days. It's leading you to something super positive, but it's like in the midst or in the interim, right? In the liminal space of having made the choice and seeing what it's going to lead to, you might feel like this. Not realizing that that Ace of Cups is everything on your heart. And then here we have the Queen of Cups, fully basking in what this cup is bringing. So it might feel like a temporary thing where you're in your feelings about it, questioning whether you did the right thing or you chose the right path. But you got to remember the Queen of Cups. Look at all this water energy, right? The Queen of Cups is usually holding the Ace of Cups, the very cup that this kid is holding in the threshold. So again, you're on the threshold of something that your heart desires. The choice that you make is going to help you arrive at it. And this is positive. Again, water sign energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I said that with the Sedna card, but I really feel like it's emphasized here. Also, symbols, Sedna symbols are fish, water, and the eye. Okay, an eye. So those are symbols maybe that you might see to help confirm this reading to you. I'm just saying. I feel like I want to grab another one. Yeah, and when she transformed in the depths of the water, okay, she took on the, I guess, kind of like siren or mermaid or silky energy, right? Because she has a fish tail. Upper body of, you know, woman, normal, and a fish tail or a mermaid tail. And she has super long hair, right? So again, one of the ways to honor her is by maybe putting a little braid in your hair. But let's see. Yeah. That is energy to strength, right, Leo? Also Leo here. The strength energy is all about alchemizing your fears and rising above them, right? This is empowerment with the strength. So yeah, it's very much in alignment with what I was saying, that this choice, it might be challenging at first when you make it because you don't know what it's going to lead to, but really it's set up and divinely orchestrated to help you step into your power fully, like Sedna did, through her struggle, through her pain, through the disappointments she endured. It really was a, I guess, fuel to help her recognize and step into her own power. But the choice that you're facing soon, okay, or soon to face in the month of May, is one where you just got to trust the process. And I know that sucks. Trust the process of what's happening for you. This choice is not presented by accident. It is not a freaking coincidence. This choice is there, divinely orchestrated at the precise time when you needed it to come through, to then put you on the path that was going to help you fully step into and align your power. That strength card is handling things with grace, right? You don't force, you flow with that energy. You don't force the lion to yield. No, it's like basically being a magnet to attract things to you with just the essence of who you are. So it's almost like when you cleanse away the old stuff and you transmute that energy into power, right? All those things that hurt you, hindered you, and you transmute that and use it as a source of power instead. And you have power over it versus it having power over you and your life. When you get to that point, then you start becoming the magnet to attract everything that is meant for you. And that's exactly what this choice or option or opportunity is presenting you with. Because you're in alignment to now to have this presented to you. The feeling is here, you're on the threshold of something. You can walk through it if you want. You can accept this when it's presented to you. Or you can keep focusing on what's not working, like this gentleman in the card. Right? But I feel like if you accept what's being presented to you, it's going to help cleanse away everything that's not working and put you on the path you're meant to be on. I want to look underneath the deck because I'm curious about underlying energy or maybe a foundation card. Yeah, wish fulfillment of the star, right? It says also energy of faith, which is, again, tying back to the trust the process. But here we have the star, and this is your wish fulfillment at work here, okay? These choices being presented to you, or these paths, or even at crossroads, or again, you being on the threshold of something else coming your way. This is meant to empower you. Why? Because you empowered yourself. This is meant to help you let go of what's not working so you can step into your success, into happy, vibrant, life force energy of the sun. to help you recognize and see your own power, to see how far you've come, and to put you or pivot you in a new direction is the feeling here in the month of May. I think it's in the direction of wish fulfillment and all those things that you've been holding on your heart over here all this time. But it's like you had to get rid of what wasn't working first. You had to be willing to let it go too, in order to step into your power. It's this feeling of everything you want is on the other side of this choice. And it might be a little scary at first or daunting because, again, you don't know what it's going to lead to. But it's going to place you on the right track. It's also going to help you overcome your fears, help you realize how powerful you really are, and lead you to wish fulfillment. There's a wish coming in. This choice is going to lead to the wish, it feels like, because this is what's underneath the surface. And this is a positive pivot or change in your direction via this choice with the sun. But let's see what we have here. Okay, it says, Loon, pay attention to your dream time. Pay attention to your dream time. Messages of guidance are drifting in. So your dreams might actually have confirmation to you or provide confirmation to you when it comes to the choice that you have ahead of you in the month of May. Let's see. Healing, yeah. Whoa, okay, more water energy. You see that? Holy cow. Permanence. Okay, you're rewriting your story in some way, okay? I'm also getting vibes of contracts, okay? Signing something. I mean, we sign different contracts, don't we? Contracts when it comes to work, housing. But this could also be where you are scripting, rewriting your story, also figuratively, mentally, spiritually. You are definitely healing something. That is also what Sedna is helping to do, right? To heal the wounds, cleanse them, and use them as a source of power and empowerment. Water, again, more water energy. You have 3 cards of water. So water, Queen of Cups, Sedna. Yeah. Trust your intuition to make the right choice. Again, the dream time is the subconscious as well. The subconscious watery depths of your mind, your spirit. So messages can come through in those deep, right? Those deep dreaming state or that deep dream state. They're coming up from the subconscious to be made conscious. Okay. And it feels like those messages of guidance are going to help you to make the choice, I feel. So you can access this sunshine, your wish fulfillment, and this empowered energy over here of the strength. So it's like have courage as well is what this is saying. And I know you're going to be feeling like you're walking a liminal space after you've made the choice. You might wonder, did I do the right thing? Right? And I'm looking at this like, yeah, you did. Just don't doubt yourself. That's what this feels like. You intuitively did the right thing. Queen of Cups, water energy. Lotus energy, and this card is also transformative and transmutative. The lotus is grown from mud and then eventually rises to the surface to access the sun, right? You have the sun card here. And it's like also telling me to tell you that in the depths of your being is where you have all the answers. There's nothing outside of you that can provide the answers. That's why this card here is saying pay attention to your dream time. Messages of guidance are drifting in. Okay. Oh, wow. Destiny. And then look, we have a dolphin. Sea creatures, right? It says, acknowledge your mission, align with your purpose. You have gifts to share with the world. So you're on the path to destiny. Again, divine timing. What you're being presented with is coming through. And it is not coincidence when it shows up. This is actually pointing you or leading you to destiny. Like the arrow is pointing to this choice. It's leading you to something that's destined for you. It's not a freaking coincidence. You might doubt it or question it at first, but it is not showing up as a coincidence. This is not a coincidence, okay? This is divine orchestration. It's destiny. It's wish fulfillment, okay? It's better, brighter days ahead. Everything that's not working, anything that's not meant for you, gets cleansed and moved out of the way to make space for what is destined for you instead. And the deep diving, I think you've already did it, or you will be doing it in preparation of making the choice. Let's see what your angel numbers are for this reading. I know this is a long one. If you're not familiar with my channel, I do roll the dice for angel numbers. These numbers, when they show up, can provide confirmation of what is already said in the reading and or give you other messages that maybe you need personally. I don't recommend a source because it could be one you don't like. I never want to imply that one source is better over another. So I would say do your research, find a source that you trust on the internet that speaks to your heart. Go with that one. Let that be your guide. And likewise, if you can, please refrain from putting number interpretations in the comment section for the same reason. We want to make sure everybody has a chance to find their own magic. All right, so we have 8, 0, and 1. So 801. Go ahead and look up that number, see what it brings to you. If you feel that this reading has helped and connected for you, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe to support this channel. Yeah, you could also connect with my members, channel members, and my subscriptions there, because I do have readings I post for members only. You could also support me further by maybe visiting me on Etsy. Link is down below if you're interested in a personal reading or maybe some crystal jewelry that I make by hand. So much up to you wherever you are. Be well, be safe, take care, and always keep shining. Pile 3, you chose this feather here. There's a message on the back of this. I'll be sure to incorporate it into the reading as I get more cards on the table. We are looking at a message for May. We want to see what to expect, what to know, what to prepare for the month ahead. So let's see. Pile number 3, viewers. Let's see, what is your message for the month ahead? Let's see, I have, this is Healing with the Angels, and I have also Vintage Wisdom. Let's see, May 2025, Pile 3, viewers, what is your message for the month ahead? And I also am using, hold on, what is this? Yeah, Legend, I'm sorry, I always forget, I had to reach for the box real quick. Legendary Ladies Oracle, which is a goddess deck. So wait, hold on. Okay, it's a lot. I just need one. Actually, I think that looked like the Demeter card, which is Harvest. So that's interesting. I saw a little bit of it. Let's see. May 2025. What is your message? So you know what I'm going to do? Because I did see it. I'm going to just keep it in the back of my head and see how it applies. Okay. Let's see. May 2025. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Oh, freedom. I love that. Who doesn't want more freedom, right? Freedom. Patience. Okay. And luck. Oh, shit. Taiki. I love this. And whoa. So the Demeter card, I peeped that for a second, right? So that's harvest. You have a harvest coming in. Your luck is about to change over here. And look at the cornucopia with the coins, right? Goddess of luck, Taiki, freedom, patience. You don't, look at that. You don't see this coming in, do you? You don't see how your luck is about to change. You don't see how you're about to reap a harvest, okay, of, the feeling is here, hard work paying off for some of you. It also is giving vibes of a, ooh, dang. I just heard spiritual harvest. Wow, okay. That's interesting because it's also telling me that there's this feeling of karmic rewards or divine justice in that way. Okay, that's interesting. The feeling is with the Taiki energy, the timing is impeccable. Okay, that you might look at it like a turn of luck or being at the right place at the right time, but it's deep. It's deeper than that. Okay. Your luck is about to change. There's opportunity knocking at your door, and you're about to receive a harvest. You don't see it. You've been patient, though, I feel. You have your head in your hands. You don't see this coming. Also, I feel that your patience is running out. Some of you are like, when? Any day now. Damn it. I've been waiting forever. I've been patient. I've been persevering. I've been diligent. I feel like this harvest, this turn of luck, this opportunity, you're going to be required to seize it in the moment and not hesitate. But I also feel like you have you have rewards coming in. And it's going to help you access more freedom in your life. If there's money flowing your way, right? Fiscal harvest, a financial turn of luck for the better, it's going to give you more freedom that you maybe have never experienced before. It might free up more of your time. You might be able to work less and get paid more. Do you see what I'm saying? Maybe it'll provide you with, if you have more money, it'll provide you with the freedom to do more things that you love. Instead of working so hard, you'll have the freedom to pursue the things that you truly enjoy instead. You've been patiently waiting for this. She's giving me inner child energy, so I can't help but think that you've been healing and or connecting with your inner child through the process of waiting for this. I think good things are coming your way. You're just in a weird blind spot. And that's been a theme lately in my readings. Having a blind spot, not really able to see what's coming towards you. But this is your luck about to change. So it's like what goes down, what must come up is the feeling this is giving me too. What goes down must come up. And if things have been down for a while, the scales have to adjust themselves. And that's kind of what I was feeling with karmic rewards, spiritual harvest, things righting themselves. Your luck is about to change. Fortune is favoring you in some way, okay? She's giving me also Fortuna vibes. I believe Fortuna and Taiki are the same. I'll put it in the screen. I'll double check. And do you see how her eyes are covered? Right? Yeah, so it's kind of giving me justice energy. This is feeling like it's, yeah, what goes down must come up. This is balance being restored, okay? Where you lost, you now must receive, or where what was taken must be restored, okay? What was sacrificed must be compensated is also what I'm getting in the month of May. So the feeling is here, expect to harvest something that you don't see coming. But this is a gift and a blessing from the universe to compensate you for I'm hearing, you know how they say good deeds, no good deed goes unpunished, which is so sad to think that way, but sometimes it's true, right? There's a twist on that I'm feeling. It's more or less no good deed can go unrewarded. Do you see that? You see the difference? Or feel the difference in how that sounds? This is that energy. You're very worthy of what is coming towards you. This turn of luck, this harvest you're about to receive, you're very worthy of this. And you know it. Okay, let's see. Oh, 9 of Cups. Damn. That's beautiful. That is fulfillment. Wish fulfillment. Satisfaction. Being very content. This is going to make you super happy. And it's going to help you move forward in a positive way. So like when this luck shifts for you, when this blessing comes in, it's going to help you move forward in a successful, positive way. It might help you even achieve wish fulfillment in something that you desire. But the feeling is here, when this comes through, there's no looking back. Not with the Chariot. You're moving full speed ahead. 9 is also energy of the approaching of a completion. So you're going to be able to put something behind you as a result, right? Actually, with both these cards, as a result of what comes in. This is definitely a turning point, okay? Whatever this turn of luck is. I'm feeling Wheel of Fortune vibes as well. But this is definitely the shift that you need to move you forward in a new direction once and for all. I feel this is the push. This feeling of a snowball effect, right? That gets the ball rolling. There's also a sense of peace and contentment, a sigh of relief I'm feeling after all your patience. This feeling of finally, you see the light, right, at the end of the tunnel. Shit, it's been so long. What the hell? The hell, universe, right? What the hell, man? Yeah, that's this feeling of having been through hell and back again a couple of times, actually. And now it's like when it starts to pour in, when it starts to freaking pour in, it pours, like when it rains, it pours is the feeling here. Well, when the blessings start to pour in, man, they're going to pour in. Like, you're not going to be able to contain them. But yeah, you will, because the feeling is here. You are the container that's been prepared for this, to receive this now. You will be able to contain it, but it's going to feel like you're overflowing, okay, with blessings upon blessings upon blessings, which is a beautiful thing, because anything that was holding you back from receiving, right, those blockages have been removed. Those hindrances and those delays have been removed and lifted up out of the way. So now everything can just flow, can be easy, and you can finally feel free. Let's see. Yes. Oh my gosh, you have 2 cards of moving forward. The Chariot and the 8 of Cups. You're like, bye-bye. You're saying bye to something, because when your luck is changing in a positive way, when there's breakthrough coming in to kind of flip things around for you, right? When divine justice comes in to work out in your favor, you are going to be able to say bye-bye to things. You also have a pattern here. You have 7, 8, and 9 in these cards, right? Yeah. You're going to be able to walk away from something. Look, she has the bag. I feel like that's a bag of coins. You got the bag. You got the coins now. The freedom to walk away from things, to find your bliss, to find your happiness, to pursue your true path, right? Because the resources, the funds, the opportunity is there. Like I said, that Demeter card, I saw it. It was harvest. So you're reaping a harvest, a reward for your patience. It's going to set you up to be free in some way, or to free you up. Maybe financially for some of you, this could be a big blessing like that comes through to help you fulfill a wish so you can move forward, put the past behind you, and follow your bliss. Follow what your heart is asking you to follow. Because maybe a certain situation right now is only giving you 8 cups. It's not making you fully happy. The whole point is to bring you this blessing so you can pursue what will make you happy. The 8 of Cups walks in the direction of what its heart desires, and also in the way that it's being intuitively led. And it doesn't necessarily feel attached to these 8 cups, because there's something in these 8 cups that wasn't giving it the full scope or picture of what it wanted. And it's like, why settle for 8 cups when you know you can have 10? Or have 9 that eventually lead to the 10. I feel that this change in your situation is going to empower you with the Chariot energy to pursue whatever your heart's calling truly is. Because this is about your happiness now. You can't put a price on that. But I feel that the universe is going to provide a blessing, an opportunity, an open door to help you pursue what will make you happy, what will fulfill you, and what will help you be more in alignment, right? Because the Chariot energy is about, finding the middle ground, the triality in the midst of the duality. What is your happy place is the feeling here. And if you have more, you can do more. And like I said, when the blessings pour in, they're not going to stop. It's like when it rains, it pours. It's going to pour in all at once. At least it's going to feel like that, because it's maybe the feeling is here. You've been in a desert for some time. Okay. Pile number 3 viewers, some of you have really felt like you've been walking in the desert, looking for an oasis. Looking for a rain cloud somewhere in a parched desert. And it feels like you're finally going to get that blessing pour in to provide where you've been feeling a drought, okay? In whatever area of life you've been feeling a drought. You're going to have the means, okay? The means and the freedom to walk away from what's not making you happy anymore. You've been patient, resilient, diligent. Now it's time to receive your harvest. Oh, yeah. Look at the energy of release. Hell yeah. The freedom to walk away from what's not working, to release it, to let it go, because you have the means in which to do so. And I'll give you a couple examples. It could be that you're working in a job that doesn't pay well, but then you have an opportunity that comes through and provides you more money and actually more freedom, and which allows you to walk away from the job that you can't stand. Do you see what I'm saying? You could be living in a place and that place doesn't align with you vibrationally anymore, and you've been struggling to figure out, well, how the hell am I going to move? How the hell am I going to, this is travel, by the way. How the hell am I going to relocate or move and travel to this place I want to be at, where I feel that I should be, or what aligns, this place that aligns with me, if I don't have the means or the funds by which to do it? And then the next thing you know, a blessing comes through, which gives you the means to make that move, okay? To travel to that place. I mean, those are just a few examples, right? For some of you, you might even be in relationships, right? Because the Nine of Cups is usually solitary single card energy, or single person energy, right? You could be in a relationship that's not really making you happy. Maybe this relationship isn't evolving beyond 8 cups. You're looking for the 10 of cups. And maybe something changes. You have a turn of luck or a breakthrough that comes in to empower you, right? To seek your own individual happiness and to leave that unfulfilling relationship behind and to walk away from it. Okay, so I mean, that's just a couple things, or everyday life scenarios where this might apply. But let's see. Yeah, see, the thing is, you gotta walk away from these things with the 8 of Cups. Whatever's not working in your life, whatever area of life you feel you've experienced a drought, it's just not cutting it anymore. The reason why this needs to be let go, or the universe is coming through to deliver you the means by which you feel free to let it go, is because you are looking to grow and expand in new ways. And this situation that you're in, this place that you're in, this job that you're in, whatever the scenario might be, it's only giving you 8 cups. You're worthy of 9 and 10 cups, right? You want to feel this energy here because you can't grow anymore, possibly in the situation that you are in now. You probably already learned what you can from that scenario. There's nothing more to gain there. And your luck's about to change, so you can gain new experiences and grow and expand in new ways, right? But in order to do that, you have to walk away or release something that's not working anymore, that's maybe stifling your happiness, your bliss, and or your potential even, right? You're on the move over here with the Chariot and the 8 of Cups, both of these cards. As a result of this opportunity, this turn of luck, this incoming blessing, maybe this financial windfall. Do you see what I'm saying? The thing is, you don't see this coming. You don't see what the universe is about to drop into your lap. And what's crazy is that both of their eyes are covered. Okay? You don't see this coming. It's going to be a surprise. It might happen like that in the blink of an eye. Everything could change. But it's all to open the door for you to walk in the direction that you know you need to go in. This blessing is coming in to help move you. literally. So get ready to pack up your shit and go. Okay? Because when it comes in, the feeling is here, get ready to go. Just have your bag packed and ready to go. I'll give an example. There was this job I really didn't like. And I was there just doing what I had to do to make ends meet. But in my mind, every day that I was there, I said, you know what? I'm just here until something better comes through. And what's funny is I never, ever once got comfortable in that desk. I never put up a picture. I never made it my own, you know. It was bare bones, and I was purposeful in keeping it bare bones. And the little stuff that I did have there, which was really not, like, it was literally pens and a notebook. I always kept them like in a little space. Because when it was time to go, I was just picking it up and I was leaving. Do you see what I'm saying? I was leaving. So like I was already prepared and packed. I never settled into that desk. I never got comfortable there. Never decorated it, never put a plant, never put a picture up. That's kind of the feeling of this energy. Pack your shit, get ready. Because the minute this comes through, you're going to want to be out of there. Clean house. Throw away things you don't want anymore. Pack up your desk or your cubicle or whatever, right? Remove personal effects and items from the places that you don't want to be. Start packing your bags or, you know, cleaning up or packing up in some way. This is what I'm being led to tell you. In the expectation that something's going to come through this month to open the door so you can just bounce. So you can leave. So you can hightail it out of there and walk away. Okay? This is basically telling the universe that I'm out of here. I know I'm going to be out of here very soon, any day now. I know you have something lined up for me. I know I'm in a weird position that I can't see it. So I'm just gonna act as if, it's not even acting as if, because you know. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not on the way, okay? But let's see. Yes, they illuminate energy. Hell yeah, you have your eyes open. It's like you go from not being able to see, right, with these two energies, where the eyes are closed or covered, to being able to see. That's why I said, the minute you see what this is, the minute you see the open door, it's like, I'm out of here. You're going to be made aware. You're going to have your eyes open to this in the month of May. And when it comes through, you got to be prepared to just pack up your shit and go. To move in the direction of your bliss. And not apologize for it either. That's the feeling here. This is unapologetically like you being true to yourself, following through with what your heart wants, what you desire, even with the Nine of Cups, and bye-bye. Travel, movement, a new trajectory over here, successful, empowered, focused, right here, focused. No, like I feel with the Chariot, nobody's going to be able to change your mind. Once you make up your mind, you harness your energy, you buckle down, nobody's going to be able to change your mind or talk you out of what you're doing or the direction that you've chosen or the path that you're going to be on. Yeah, no. You're turning your back to everything. You're leaving people, places, and things in the dust. There's no time to debate it, argue it, or anything like that, because your eyes are open. You see what you need to see. You're going to do what you need to do. You have the means by which to do it now. because this is about you, your happiness, and there's not going to be any debate or talking you out of it. This is you taking your freedom into your own hands. Okay. Because you're trying to expand and grow in new ways, and you can't do it doing what you're still doing, living where you're still living, working where you're still working if you're unhappy where you're working, right? Like I said, this is not going to be for everybody, but those who feel like something needs to change and you've been patient, waiting for a blessing to come in, maybe to give you the means by which to make the change you're so desperate for, yeah, this reading is for you. Okay, and the month of May is going to give you the open door and opportunity, and you're going to have to seize it in the moment. Okay, but let's see. Kingfisher. I love the Kingfisher. It says, look at that. Prosperity is flowing. Yes. Yes, just like the coins flowing out of the basket, right? When it rains, it pours. Well, it's going to rain and pour some blessings onto you. Okay. Prosperity is flowing. Have faith that you will receive it in the perfect form. Hell yeah. Okay. This opportunity, this turnip luck, is going to arrive in the perfect form. Kingfisher is also energy of abundance. I would look that up if you connect with the animal energy, right? So yeah, your luck is changing to bring you more prosperity into your life. I'm curious to see what's underneath the surface as a hidden energy influence or foundation card. Yeah, look at that. So for some of you, this is something you've been working towards. You also have another 8 here. So 8 of cups, 8 of pentacles, so 88. And then you have the sequence numbers of 7, 8, 9. So you're making progress, right? And this could be something, a goal that you have in mind or you've had in mind for some time. You will start to see progress in a new direction, or something shift and change or move you in a new direction to bring you more prosperity, to shift and change your luck where things have been down. Like I said, they got to right themselves. So where what was down must come up. So yeah. Let's see. Again, you've been working hard. You've been putting in a lot of effort with the 8 of Pentacles. Trust that the blessings that are coming in now are here to help free you up so you can do or move or make choices and pursue things that are more in alignment with you. And it is well deserved. Okay. Well earned as well with the 8 of Pentacles. This blessing of prosperity, this turn of luck, this opportunity. Let's see. Final oracle message. Then I will grab angel numbers. Let's see. Oh, I love that. Clarity. Banish the fog of illusion. Open your eyes to the truth. Remember the perfection of who you are. So again, there's something you don't see. We established that here, right? I feel like you don't see the blessing coming. You don't see the opportunity making its way to you. But you will have clarity. You will be able to see it. And then when you see it, you can't unsee it. And when you see it, you're going to have to move forward, right? With it. It will make sense. It will show itself, and you will see it for what it really is. You will be able to recognize it in the moment, and you'll be able to move forward with it. In faith is what this is saying. Trust, faith. And this feeling of, I got this. Okay. I love that. There's clarity coming to you to show you what the wait. I also feel like to show you what the wait was for. Maybe to give you hindsight. Why you were meant to wait, right? Through your patience and your endurance. You'll see what it was all for. And the feeling is here, there was a good reason why you were meant to wait. What you were meant to wait. I feel like this was a long time coming. But I also want to say to you, it wasn't to hurt you, it wasn't to harm you. The wait was to protect you. And to line things up for you exactly when they were needed to be lined up. So you can ultimately benefit. All right, so let's see what your angel numbers is. If you're not familiar with my channel, I roll the dice for angel numbers. The numbers that show up from the dice can confirm a lot of what is already said in the reading and or provide you with additional messages you may need personally in the moment. I don't like to recommend a source to look up because it could be one you don't like, and I never want to imply that one source is better over another. There's lots on the internet. Go with one that speaks to your heart and let that be your guide. Also, if you can refrain from putting number interpretations in the comment section for the same reason, that would be great. We just want to make sure everybody has a chance to find the magic for themselves. So let's see what your angel number is to confirm this reading. 2, 5, and 5. Okay, so 255. Well, 5s are big numbers of changes. 2s are decisions, alignment, harmony, balance. So yeah, you're coming into alignment with something that's going to initiate big changes, and it looks like changes in regards to your luck, your blessings, your abundance, prosperity, and success. So that's always good. These are changes that are going to put you in the right direction, move you in the right direction, and bring good things to you by the looks of it, right? Because the Kingfisher is saying prosperity is flowing. Have faith, yeah, that you will receive it in the perfect form, all right? In the form that is meant for you, aligned with you, and is going to help you achieve the life and the goals that you are truly meant to, or that will fulfill your heart. Okay, so this is your reading, pile number 3. I hope this has helped you for the month ahead. If you feel that it has resonated or connected with you in some magical way, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe to support this channel. Maybe consider joining my channel membership for exclusive content and readings I put out for members only. You could also support me further by visiting me on Etsy. Etsy store link is down below in the description box. Pay me a visit. Yeah, I have cool things there, personal readings if you're interested, and crystal jewelry that I make by hand on my free time. So much love to you wherever you are. Thank you for spending time with me today. Have a beautiful month ahead, and always keep shining.